There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday to you guys. I hope everyone's doing well. Time to get this party started. Could not agree with you more. 2 cents. Guess what? Next show is probably going to be a month away from now. Just wanted to throw that out there. It might be possible we might do a small little show, but we're going to be taking some time doing some vacationing. So yeah, withdrawal time. This is our kind of like bigger show, of course. But this is kind of like ultimately this is the summer third anniversary party show right here. We got 30 giveaways. We're going to be on as long as it takes to give away all 30, and it's also a buyer's giveaway show tonight. So um, you just have to buy something. Oh, absolutely. I mean, there are other people that go on other streams and spend $10,000 in the drop of a hat. You know, although I do have a bit of news for some of you that have been waiting for this. Over the last 24 hours, I've sold 110 slabs already. I've had people reach out to me, wanted to know my inventory, and yeah, we sold a lot of inventory, but we still have a nice amount of stuff here tonight. All the government employees raise their hand. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so I have these two 2025 laser engraved privies, and yeah, that's all we're selling tonight. 2 cents to slabs. I'm gonna put these in the buy now store. Okay, and they're gonna be priced a lot cheaper than what you could get them for, like currently on eBay and anywhere else. They're perfect proof 70s. They're early releases. They're in the NGC PSS labels, which are quite rare. There's not a lot of those out there, and these have the laser engraved privies in them. So we're gonna put both of these in the shop. I think there was one person that wanted one of these from our last show, which was on Tuesday. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. So if anyone buys one of these, automatically you're into the buyer's giveaway tonight, and I will reveal what the buyer's giveaway item is going to be here in about 5 minutes. So we're gonna roll through a few giveaways first, and then kind of jump into the meat and bones and everything of our show tonight. Mr. Buck, how you doing, sir? It's going good. Today was actually a half decent day weather-wise, because we've been just getting hammered with like 90s lately, and we're not even like in the middle of summer where we normally get hundreds. But today was a nice balmy 82 degrees. I'll take it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one listing in here for the laser engraved privy silver eagles. And again, I only have two of these available for anyone that's interested. And they are a beautiful proof quality coin. They're produced at the West Point Mint. Very nice pieces. Again, priced between $60 and $70 cheaper than what you could get them for currently online. Okay. All right. So we got those two up there. I might put one other giveaway, or not giveaway, but buy it now item on there. I don't know if we're gonna do some more of the wheat scent 3 roll lots with the juice. Um, and those can be purchased so that way you can get into the buyer's giveaway stream tonight. So let me think about that. That's gonna be quite a bit of work for me to do because I have a whole bunch of wheat scents that we had acquired throughout the last like month, but they're not packaged, so I'd have to do that. Um, so yeah, let me think on that one for a bit. All right, Lawrence, thank you, sir. So one of the laser engraves is gone, so we got one remaining. I've been using stickers as my backdrop. I mean, sure. I mean, I'm hoping I can get some stickers, you guys. I keep forgetting when I go to package up the items, I continuously forget to put stickers in there. Hope everyone's having a great evening. Happy Friday to all. MJD, congrats on the first giveaway win. Hey, again, tonight is you know what the buyer's giveaway is? Yeah, you can feel free to indulge me. It could be a cherry picker's guide. That's one of the items that we're giving away. It's actually a number of items that we're giving away tonight. So tonight we have a good fair amount of graded slabs that we are going to be offering this evening. A lot of nice higher end stuff, guys. That we're not going to be shy, especially on the higher priced items, taking like 25 to 50% off the prices just so we can move them. Yeah, that's actually just a deck of playing cards. These are the Theory 11 brand, so they got the nice foil embossing. We bought it at Target. My daughter loves Deadpool and Wolverine, so I bought her that. She ended up opening that up and playing like Go Fish and all that stuff with her friends at the swim meets. So we'll take games and stuff with us when we set up at the meets. We have one tomorrow. I don't think she's swimming though. She hurt her back the other day, so we're giving her a little time to um, take it easy, I guess. I believe the 2027 Red Book is available. It's on Amazon. I do not have a 10-ounce Kookaburra, a 25. So as you can see, that's all the giveaways there. We're giving away P&D sets of the new Enduring Liberty halves. All right, still selling for about 10 to 12 bucks online. So nice little giveaway item there. We got 30 of them, so we are giving away 30 sets tonight. In addition to the buyer's giveaway item or items. So we're gonna do a few. We're gonna do 3 giveaways, and then we're gonna get started. I told you guys that it's very likely that we're not going to be doing much in the way of like raw stuff because it's all graded. But I do have a few odds and ends that we will offer tonight. And not tonight, Michael. I do have some. I'm going to see if I could get some of the new Declaration of Independence. So we could do a pretty cool little hunt party for the July 4th privy. So I said we won't have a show probably for a month, but we might do one just to do that, if and only if I'm able to get any roles. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, thanks, Sterling. 2 cents. No. I sold one about 2 weeks ago. I know. I have one in my PC, but it's not going anywhere. The one I had was what, Mid-State 64. I think I sold it for 195, somewhere around there. It was okay. The toning is a little dark and terminal on it. It wasn't my personal favorite, but yeah, so someone wanted it bad enough. They paid for it. I think they're gonna end up dipping it, to be honest. Yes, yeah, J Boogie I have. Hey, Jennifer, there she is. Back on the old schneid with a giveaway there. Well done. All right, there's another one up for you guys. Yeah, we have to give all these away because I need more room on the desk to properly conduct business. Yeah, this particular Bay Bridge was fugly. The only reason why I ended up with it is because it was part of a collection buy. The general giveaways are going to be a set of P&D Enduring Liberty halves. So they're the new 2026 models. Again, it's a buyer's giveaway stream tonight. We will reveal some of the items here coming up in about 5 minutes, right before we get started with the bidding of regular items, I guess you could say. I used to work at a soup factory, but I got canned. I guess better than getting hosed, right? Yeah, Mikey. Nothing generating yet with toners because I put them back out there after last year. Nothing happened. Um, which if we don't have anything happen with the toners this year, it'll actually come up with a really good conversation about how older albums do lose their sulfur content after so long. So yeah, if that's the case, then we'll discuss that. And then there's other factors as well, humidity and heat and cold and all that stuff. You are a fun guy, Bozo. Hey, Robert. Hey, my pleasure. That's cool. Not late at all, Pat. Yeah, I mean, you missed what, 2 giveaways? We do have one more of these remaining in the buy now store. We sold one. It is a buyer's giveaway stream tonight. for the first time in a long while. So even buying the one giveaway item, or I might put some more give buyers buy now stuff in the store. I just have to think long and hard about what I want to put in there. Oh, tempo, outstanding. Good job, buddy. That is music to my ear hole. Yeah, you can find a few cuds and retain cuds on the first year of nickel. That's cool. I hope yours gets listed. Well, there's a lot of contributors to cuds on coins, so I have no doubt it'll be fine. Number two, huh? Noise. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone's having a great night. Welcome to the Endo Month Big Stream. Yeah, not too bad. We could always use more. There were times where we've had a few hundred people in stream, but the less people in the stream, the better for you guys. Easier to win a giveaway. Coins might go a little bit cheaper. You know, there's some bennies in there. All right, let's see who wins. Give me number three and then where you got started. Oh, there he is, Lawrence of Arabia, winning one of those there. I'm sure you have a few of these already, but hey, we'll add another one to the pile. There we go. P&D, Enduring Liberty. All right. So we got another giveaway up and posted. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about our buyer's giveaway items tonight. So you're going to receive a brand new copy, and this is this is the best one out of them all because there's three different editions. Cherry Picker's Guide to Rare Die Varieties of United States Coins. If you don't have one of these books, they are pretty cool to have. Um, so we got the newest one of those that we are going to be giving away. The second item we are also adding into the mix is this 1995 Lincoln Memorial Cent double to die obverse. This is the FS 101 in Mid State 67 red. An absolute stunner, and that's a very fine and acceptable grade for that particular item right there. Okay, value right around $100. We will also be adding into the mix a quarter ounce Britannia silver in there as well. Pretty cool, right? We love Britannias, and the smaller fractional types have a very low mintage on them. This particular one, by the way, is 2023. It looks like. So we're going to be adding in one of those, and then the last item that we're going to be adding into the mix is this beautifully toned 2009 Mexico Libertad. And if you guys know, Libertads are quite possibly one of the hottest bullion items today. They sell for way more than spot price. They are they are quite expensive in today's market. There you go. Altogether, about $250. Originally, we were going to give away one of the brand new 2026 silver proof sets. The couple that I did order, I didn't order a whole bunch of them because of the price point and all that. I'm actually putting all my money into the mid set that's coming out here on the 30th. But I had to send back two of the sets because they were just riddled with spots. One of the sets that actually looks good, I'm keeping because I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get a replacement. So, with that being said, can't really give away the only one that I have. But I would say I did pretty well as far as a kind of like replacement package for that. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is your buyer's giveaway for this show. Not bad. Take it and run. So we're going to be doing regular general giveaways all stream long. We have a few odds and ends that we're going to be offering before we hit the box of slabs, which is sitting here just to my left. I want to make sure that we clear out some of the general material that's in front of us here. So we're gonna start things off here. I actually this came in one of my lots I bought this week. Didn't look through them. There are a few date lists, but most of them have full dates. This is a bag of 91 Buffalo nickels. Okay, don't know what's in here. I paid what I consider bulk price for them without even going through them, and the customer did not mind. So you might find a gem or two in here. You might also find some pretty cool die varieties. Speaking of the devil, you got the book to look through it if you're the big winner. So, buyer's giveaway fashion, you gotta buy at least one item. All right. So let it be whatever it'll be. We'll also have some bargain slabs we're selling as well, which is good news. So that way your entry into the buyer's giveaway can be relatively inexpensive. And then there's always the chance that we will be adding something to the buy now store, something fun. And we always like to do fun things. We might do again the 3 roll wheat scent lots. Okay, those seem to be a hit. I don't know if I'll do them with the juice or without. Every time I do the juice, it ends up costing me more money than I want to even comprehend. All right, but we'll go ahead and start things off here with this mystery bag of Buffalo nickels. This thing has been sitting in a box for the last like 2 weeks or last week or so since I got it. So let's do it. And Mr. Bozo winning up one of the giveaways. Congratulations. And let's go ahead and start with this. So our auctions tonight, we're not doing any sudden deaths. We're just gonna roll with it. 15 seconds on the timing, $1 start, and it begins now. So you are bidding on this bag of 91 Buffalo nickels. Okay. That is not my handwriting, by the way. But it was confirmed by the customer that there are 91 of them in there. And apparently they were all saved by her parents, these things. So there you go. I have a feeling there's going to be something nice in here. So we just have a couple odds and ends, like kind of like bulk stuff. Believe it or not, we also have a little bit of currency as well. Yeah, sure you do. I only see 89. You sneaky one. We have a few pieces of currency. Pretty cool. There you go, Lawrence. Okay. These are, I don't know. It's kind of like garage slabs, is what I like to call them. I doubt they're Proof 70 deep cameos. They might be, but I doubt it. So we got 77S, 78S. I have no disputing the fact that they are deep cameo. I mean, those are later on in the years to suggest that. But these are interesting. One of them really genuinely does have full steps. The other one, not really. 57 Jefferson. It's kind of a tough date there. Labeled as 5 steps. So that's all you need, really. So that's a little pack of 4 of those that we're just going to sell as is. And thank you guys for coming on board this evening. Let's have fun, shall we? There you go. So that one's live. $1 start. Again, you just have to buy one item to get into the buyer's giveaway. So you're bidding on the four. Who's this? United States Coin Grading Service. Yeah, this one totally looks like some sort of make believe grading company from like the late '90s. Is very much the time frame or timeline where you normally see stuff like this. That will go into JJL with eights and sevens. There you go, my friend. Let me grab a rubber band for this one. And that was lot number 2 for the evening. All right, got a few pieces of currency here. Some pretty neat stuff. We typically don't see a lot of currency come through our collections. And some of the very, very large, expensive items like $1,000 bills and stuff, we usually just refer them to a local broker or dealer in the area because it's way too expensive for me to keep. And I traditionally don't have that many clients that ask for them. This is 1976, first day cover, $2 bill. Okay, so it's got the couple of stamps there. This one's stamped at Gunston, something another, Massachusetts. Gunston Hall. I don't know. Anyone familiar with the area? That's where this one was stamped. That post office in that town did this one here, but it's a very nice, crispy, uncirculated first day cover, $2 bill. And we'll start this one at $1. There you go. That one is live. These are always popular. I think they were more popular leading into 2026 because this was a bicentennial thing back in the day. That's probably the latest date one I've ever seen, 1981. That is crazy. About 99% of these are all stamp dated 1976. 1981 though. Ooh, that's kind of, I just noticed that. That cannot be common. I had no idea that they were still doing that. Sterling, buddy, congratulations on the giveaway there. So in about 20 minutes, we'll recap again tonight's buyers giveaway items. Again, if you're checking, we do have one item in the buy now store. Okay, it's one of the laser engraved privies. It's our last one. We had a number of those that came in. Okay, we have this 2017 $1 Fed Reserve note with a 5-digit low serial number star. All right, so this is the next one here. So we'll look at the reverse there. So it's got the normal soiling, but overall, nice even wear. $1 start. And there you go, my friends. That one is live. There you go. 5-digit low serial number star. H block, H star block, most appropriately, 2017. So after the few pieces of currency, we're going to jump into some slabs. So we're going to get that party started. So I hope you guys are raring to go there. Teresa, hey, thank you so much for that one. Here's another star, 2021, the last series, for Star Note production. This one, a nice low 640,000 print run on this particular one. Okay, usually they're up to 3.2 million. So there you go. A star block on that. Nice VF note. Paper has a lot of crisp to it and nice vivid inks and coloring. All right, there you go. That one's live. On the 2021 Star Note. Hey Tina. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. Servicing the folks, the people. Jennifer, a fine pickup there. I know you've been trying to catch me. I've just been like not around. You're like, man, I keep missing him. Well, welcome, Tina. You finally made it, and we're gonna be on for a while. I'm figuring, ladies and gents, we're gonna be up. I'm giving you Pacific Standard Time around 7 p.m. All right, so a good hour and a half. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Here's another star note, another 640,000 run, and same date. Just a slightly better bill. Okay, not as many folds or creases in there. This one is a very nice, kind of like XF condition one. All right, there you go. Hemikuda in Hizzle, my nizzle. How you doing, brother? Send them to me, man. Done and done. I'm doing good. We're in great spirits. Let's see. It's is it summertime? Yeah, it's summer. It's summertime, and we're gonna have fun this summer. Now I said we won't have another show probably for in 3 weeks or so. That might not be entirely true, because we want to do something surrounding this July 4th privy hunt. But that's going to be if and only if this is a pretty big if. If I could get some of the new Declaration of Independence quarter rolls for the bank. Then we'll do something fun with those. So we'll see. All right. The best star note I think I have in my collection of notes for tonight is this 2021 B Star Block gas pumper, a little minor gas pump digit, that last four there, star note. This one is part of a run of only 500,000, so even more rare than the other two that we had prior to this. And again, nice VF note there. All right, so let's do that one there. $1 start. Cardoom coming in with the giveaway win. My goodness. We have all the names winning here. Everybody is a winner. All right. And if I probably saved the best for last. I'm not sure. I have a bundle of 16 star notes. I think most of them are 2021s. There's a 2013 there. 21, 13, 21. That's a 21, but it has some sort of like pink ink on there. 17A, 21, 21, 21, 21. That one says Chino on it. Like Chino, California, or don't forget to wear your chinos. 2021, 17A, 21, 17, 13. It's an older one. That is not a duplicate star, okay, because it does not begin with a zero. 17A and 2013. So this is 16 star notes altogether. If you're investing in Star Notes because they're not making them anymore, there's a nice little swath of them right there. All right, so let's go ahead and do it. 16 of them, all with varying run sizes, going all the way up to 3.2 million, which is not a lot, but it's the highest run normally of Star Notes. There you go, 16 of them. They're all pretty much VF condition, except for the one with the ink, as you can see there. One has writing, it says Chino on there. 16 Star Notes for one money. I dabble in currency every day. That's usually how I pay my clients and my dealers. That's how we roll. Hey Jennifer, how you feeling about that one? I'd say that is a fine deal, my friend. On 16 of them, pretty good. Pretty good there. Let's see, that was lot number 8 already. Woo. Woohoo! If you're talking about the mid sets, yes, I went full boat and got 10. Got 10 of them, and I'm not selling the one. Those ones I'm keeping. However, the proof sets that are coming out later in the summer, we will be giving away a few of those. Yeah, the uncirculated sets, those were all mine. That's why I went maxed out on them, because I really did wanted to own a number of them and just put them in the safe. Buyer's giveaway tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, we've gone to the point in the stream that we've all been waiting for, and that is the slabs. We got a box of slabs. We got quite a few of them. Okay. A good fair amount of them will buck and go. There's some really cool stuff in here, guys. Some really cool stuff. Are you talking about this one, Ruben? This one there? That is actually our buyer's giveaway item. We're giving away the brand new copy of the Cherry Picker's Guide covering cents and nickels. We're also giving away this Annex graded Mid-State 67 red 95 DDO FS 101. Incredible coin. We're also giving away the 2009 toned Libertad right there. Beautiful. Quarter ounce Britannia. So that's all packaged up together. Roughly in a neighborhood of $250, maybe a little bit higher. The Libertads are pricey. All right, let's get started. Again, we got some really neat stuff here. I hope you guys are waiting and ready to go. Doug's coins, clutch in the giveaway spot there. Again, we're going to roll right through these, and it's possible that we're going to add something pretty spicy into the buy now, so that way some of you that maybe couldn't get into what we have available, because as you can see, I put in 75 items for tonight, which in hindsight is not nearly enough. So we might add something into the buy now store, so that way some of you can grab something ahead of the draw for the buyer's giveaway. All right, so this is a neat one here. Have never seen one of these, nor have I seen one online. Now it's graded by ICG. I think the label is cute and cool. 1999 Millennium Collection August, the Pioneer Spirit quarter. So it's graded generic Gem BU, which is kind of like in that mid-state 65 to 66, 67 arena. All right, so we're going to start with this one here, $1 start, and 15 seconds, and there you go. That one is live. Pretty neat little, and this is the only foreign bit in here. Everything else is all US. But this is a kind of a unique slab, and again, I don't see any of these online, which leads me to believe that not too many of these were produced. All right, that one going to N to the nth. Well done, sir or ma'am. There you go. Lot number 9. This was one that we didn't get payment from the last show. 2009, 100-year anniversary. This is the professional life. PCGS 65 red, and it's a Philly. All right, let's go ahead and do this one here. Yeah, fortunately, I only have a couple of the ICGs, but I have two pretty big coins in ICG slaps tonight. So, I mean, we can't really dismiss it too much because of the actual pieces that are in there. There you go. 2009 Philly professional life. We had sold all the other ones of this the other day. This is just the one that we didn't get payment for. So there you go. Linda. Hello, Linda. Good to see you. Good evening. Let's see here. Man, it's a who's who of where do we start? Where in the world do we start? Because, all right, how about 48 Lincoln, 48 Philly, and 64 red there for you. There you go. That one is lined in there for bidding. Yeah, maybe I should have organized it a little bit better in the spot. It's a double row box, so there's like 70 slabs in there or so, quite a bit. 48 Philly and 4 red. There you go. And some of these are older grades too, like this one here. Um, I have to say this is probably about 12 years old, you know. Okay, there you go. Lot number 11. And there is a 45 Philly and 4 red. There you go. That one is alive. They look like they could be better than 4 red, right? A few little contact marks, we'll usually keep them at the grades that they are at, but a beauty nonetheless. All right, that one going to Pat. There you go, my friend. So law number 12. Again, it's a buyer's giveaway stream this evening. Oh, here's a cool one. 96D Washington quarter is 67. Holy smokes. It's not quite the top grade, but it's pretty close. There you go. That one's live. Oh, Scooby, don't even worry about it, man. Don't even worry about it. I know our banks can be a little funny sometimes. This thing I looked at, I'm like, man, that's like the beacon of perfection. I usually am not um like familiar with seeing quarters from this era that look this nice. So that's kind of a welcome change there. Yeah, they got 68s in these. I almost hate to say that 67 is a great compromise coin, like kind of a place marker in a registry set if you had to have it. because you can't find a 68 or a 7 plus. I would say this one right here would still get points, better than not having a coin in there at all, I would imagine. All right, now we'll go into Pat as well. There you go. 44D, our first 65, but it's a red brown. So it's got a little this one actually has some toning on it, and that's why they knocked it to a red brown. And it's also RPM number 1. So it's a VP listed coin, in case you're wondering. I want to make sure that we kind of go lag free this evening. So if you notice any lag, let me know, guys. All right. 44D, toned, 65, red brown. You can see kind of like little spots of kind of like that magenta and steely kind of like blue color to it. All right, let's do this one here, and and we'll mix like higher end stuff in with some regular stuff. I get regular, that's kind of relative, but I have not read your book yet. I haven't even gotten it. I need to. To say that I'm busy is, kind of a cop out at that point. But it is definitely on my list. I'm gonna take some good fair amount of time off here in the next 2 months. Hey, nice one there, and the fact that it's RPM number 1, that's a good one. Good one there. That's probably more along the lines of like a $60 coin right there. Yeah, pretty nice. All right, that's a beauty. Okay, now we got a 5 red on our hands. Okay, we had that 48 4 red. Now we have a 5 red there for you. There you go. That one is alive and well for bidding. Okay, another giveaway up. Cool, man. No, thank you. It's for sending me a signed copy. D Terry, that maybe that's a gross exaggeration. Um, Probably more appropriately, you're not going to see me nearly as much over the next 2 months. Do you want a sticker with your order? 2 cents. Yeah. 5 red on that 48 Philly. All right. Hey, Mr. Tempo. There you go, sir. That's a great date there. One of my favorites, 47 and 5 red. All right. There you go. That one's live. Yeah, I think we're gonna end up doing a show probably second week of July. I want us to get through like the July 4th holiday week before we decide to do anything else. So 47 Philly and 5 red. Nice grade there. The older we get with these 5 reds, so they're very, very meaningful. All right. There you go. Another one for Senor Lawrence. And that one is lot number 16, by the way. Ooh, nice one there, too. 42 Philly and 5 red. There you go. A little bit more modern PCGS grade on that one there. There you go. That one is live. 42 Philly. No, no, Christine. No, it's fine. Yeah, you're good. I didn't take that a certain way at all. Yeah, because I've promised you to the ends of the earth some of the stickers, so that's squarely on me. Come get your 42 Philly and 5 red. This is a great date here. Beautiful gemmy red. All right, let's say another one there for Miss Pat. Cherry Bomb, look at that thing. That even has a little some red toning on there. 47D. You know how you can tell it has red toning because it looks like Dr. Pepper toning is what I call it. They have that beautiful like maroonish reddish color. Oh, 2 cents. Yeah, you can buy them on Amazon. I actually bought a big pack of them because my daughter was like giving them away for some event. And rock, that one there, that rock sticker just so happened to be in there. I'm like, I'm taking that. And she's like, it's yours, you goofball. She even said that, you goofball. JJ. Yeah, there was this music shop in Carson City, Nevada that we used to go to. This is back in our teenage years. We'd myself, my brother, and a few buddies of ours would drive over there. But it's all CDs and vinyl. It's called JJ's Ear Candy. So your name reminded me of that. So 46D in Mid State 65 Red coming up next there. Man, these some knocking back some great dates here. There you go. That one's live. Lot number 19 the night. Yes, yeah. JJ's Ear Candy. It was right next door to the pool hall too, and we would go there as well. It's kind of like this hole in the wall music shop. It's almost like Tower Records, on a micro scale. It was just cool. It was a cool environment. It was fun. All right, Senor Lawrence with another one there. Law number 19 for you. Hey, 54D in 5 red. Okay. One of the first bigger coins of the night. Now, this one right here is not attributed on the label, but whoever submitted didn't know that it had this big variety on there. So this is the 54 D over D over D FS 501 RPM. This has a big, huge value once you get beyond mid state 64. These things get very expensive. So first, kind of like semi-pricey slab of the night. Okay, it is 135 in that. You buy this thing cheaper, you could easily flip this thing probably for what I'm asking for it. All right, you guys ready for this one? This one's awesome, and it's a 5 red too. There you go. $1 start on the 54 D over D over D FS 501 variety that is also in that very same cherry picker's guide right there. This is a stunner. Huge coin. There was one in 66 that sold for 700. So the price is kind of like they're parabolic. It just like slings out of a cannon once you get beyond 64. Cool one to have there. Yeah, yeah, you could resubmit it just so you could get the variety attributed on there. It'll run you $20, but you know should be able to hook you up. You might have to repay the grading fee as well on that one, but it'd be certainly worth it. The Nth, nice pickup, man. Nice one. Okay. All right. Someone needs a cheap to get to the web in the DC holder. There you go. Yeah. Will the real JJ please stand up? The real JJ is one with all the zeros and the one. Like the OG. I'm not gonna say the real one because the other one's probably real too. But the OG JJ is the one that's been around for a while. 55D and 3. Hey JJ, is that really your car in your avatar pic? I'm asking for a friend. Not really. I think it's awesome. Is that what is that, a 64 and a half convertible? Looks orange or red. Whatever it is, it's sweet. Yeah. This is partial woody 47S in 5 red. See the striation there through the date. Yeah. That is what a mid-state woody looks like. These will all be packed and shipped just in time for Monday's pickup. I actually have a postal employee that picks up all my stuff on during the week. I do not have a 1 gram gold. I'm sorry. Although probably a pretty good time to pick it up. Any sort of gold, I would imagine. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think right now is a buying opportunity in silver and gold and any other PMs? People are kind of like confused right now. They're confused about what this market is all about. I haven't really been putting any skin in the game as far as like silver or gold. So I don't know. Well, you remember back in January when silver just kept going up and up and up and up, and everybody's like, "Oh, just you wait and see. At the end of the year, it's going to be $500 an ounce." Like, are those still the same people still kind of like thinking that that's going to be the case? I don't know. Yeah, the diehard kind of stackers, they're all kind of like weirded out right now, and you see it in the community too. It's like they don't know what to think. And if you ask them, hey, are you going to stack heavy during this time where it's kind of like dropped to a semi reasonable level? They're like, I don't know, man. It's just like, yeah, I thought you were serious. 49D and 5 red is the first 49D that we've seen tonight. Yeah, it just seems like a weird time right now for silver and gold. I think to be absolutely quite honest, I don't think people in general, not just investors, but people at all, kind of like can grasp or understand what's happening in this market. Yeah, I don't know. It's we haven't quite seen it. Ooh, Jay Hart with the steal, man, nice one. Jay Hart, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Always a pleasure. We got some spice coming up here. A few more of these great dates, and then we got spice. 46S and 5 red. And it's fine. I don't know if you guys watch Silver Seeker's videos. Yeah, he posts daily. Um, well, it's weird. The dealers that he called on the most current video, which is what, today, everybody, all the dealers wanted to pay the same amount of money, regardless if it was a generic round or Silver Eagle. That is crazy to me. I'm like, wow. They usually pay a little bit more for Silver Eagles because it's a premium product, but wow, I was not expecting just the overall kind of like consensus to be like even across the board through like 10 different dealers. That was strange. One of my favorite dates, 49S and 5 red. Beautiful coin. There you go. That one is live. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of government manipulation through all of this, and not to mention kind of like this back and forth with Iran. You know, that's playing very heavily into what's going on right now. Because during times of uncertainty, people usually gravitate to silver, and with that war going on in Iran and all that stuff, it's like we're seeing the exact opposite happen, which is strange. Which leads me to believe that there's more than meets the eye here. You know. And it's probably way, way, way well above my pay grade, um, as far as like the overall understanding, the fundamentals of it all. Another 49S. If you missed out on the previous one, there's another opportunity. D Terry, that's it's. I mean, it's an interesting take. I mean, it's like, did it just cross 8 cents to produce a nickel? I think it did. Someone had talked about it like 2 weeks ago, and they said, "Yeah, it's officially 8 cents to produce a nickel." You know, they're either going to stop producing it, or they're just going to cut the mintage like tremendously. Right, where it's going to be another way that they could circumvent the overall cost factor, is just make less of it, especially if there's still somewhat of a desire and necessity for such coins. All right, and for you, Nanostacks with the win. Man, I am having fun tonight, guys. And we haven't even got to the meat and potatoes of our slabs here. I've just kind of been like priming the pump here with some of the nice. I mean, don't get me wrong; these are beauties. But yeah, you have not seen anything yet. We have the good stuff coming up. Another 49S and 5 red. This is the last one, by the way. Oh yeah, we're 2 coins away from virtual explosion and happiness and euphoric stuff. Yeah, and this all, by the way, you don't even have to bungee jump off a bridge to feel this way because we got the goods coming up here. I know everybody is. I mean, from the collector perspective, everybody wants there to be more scent production, but the cost was not supported. Not when it costs 3.5 cents to produce every Lincoln cent. It was not going to be sustainable. 47S and 5 red. It was only going to be a matter of time before some elected office official was going to make a move. Because it's been running 2 to 3 cents for what, the last couple decades plus. It was not sustainable. 47S and 5 red, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to be hitting the X Factor squad of slabs here in a moment, right after this coin, as a matter of fact. Die Clash? I wish I had some Die Clash. You know what? I wish. Great deal, JJ. Nice heads up bidding there, buddy. I wish I was able to find some of those Enduring Liberty clashes. I'm gonna keep trying though. I'm gonna keep trying, and we're also gonna try for the July 4th privy quarters as well. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. All right, these all have price tags because they're worth quite a tremendous amount more than what we've been selling up to this point. 23 Philly and 2 red brown. Beautiful earlier date there, man. That is a cherry bomb. Very nice one. And from this point forward, it's very likely you're not going to see dupes. So I'm just going to put that out there. All right, we're going to start this one at a doll hair, and there she goes, ladies and gentlemen. We have entered the danger zone of happiness and all that great stuff. Euphoricness, magic carpet ride level of inventory. Prepare for what is coming. I sound silly now all of a sudden. I guess I could stop being silly, right? She laughed. Wow, Philip. Yeah, people kind of like they have these weird, gross emotions to things they don't understand. So it's all well and good. Eh, again, go to every bank, ask for it, ask for your intentions, ask for something specific, and they'll do the work for you. Most importantly, put in the work to developing relationships with these people. Because if they're gonna laugh, might as well play along. I'm like, yeah, isn't that crazy? You know. All right, our next crazy coin. This thing is a beauty. 38S over S over S. This is the FS 502 Cherry Picker's Guide variety in an older NGC Mid State 65 red holder. Not quite a fatty, looks like it, but this thing is incredibly gross. Okay, nice chunky value there, $125. Yes, and we are going to do the crazy, and that is bid on these things. $1 start. Can you imagine if this thing only got one bid for $1 for a coin that has a great overall value? Man, so someone is going to be feeling pretty good about that. It's happened a few times before, especially when everybody is asleep or, the stream is just laggy. Doesn't happen too often, but this is a beautiful, beautiful example. Faux show. All right. K-Pole with the giveaway win. Mr. Lawrence with that one there. Yeah, they only did the half hologram label on these ones here between the fatty generation and then the other one where it's actually the full label. Speaking of fatties, 45D, just kind of nowhere. We got like Lincoln Cents and like bam, we got a $50 here. 45D. Um yeah, NGC no line fatty. There you go. So it was this generation and it's a skinnier slab. This one I believe late 90s era. Fatty. Yeah, that's what they call these. See the plastic lip on there is really really thick on them, so they give these things a very very thick appearance to them. But yeah, this one even has some nice peripheral toning on both the obverse and reverse. This is a beauty. Let this be yours. You never know. This coin could win you the buyer's giveaway tonight. You just don't know it yet. All right, that one is live. Did I start at $1? Yeah, we're doing some crazy shit here tonight. Pardon my French. Thank you guys, by the way, for 3+ years of this wholesome whatnot experience. You guys have been an absolute unit to my to I'm not going to say success because I'm not trader B level success. However, my enjoyment level is through the roof, and you guys, you know, are a huge component to that. How about that for a deal, Linda? Nice one there. Nice one. Wow. Wow. The hits just keep on coming, right? It's like the stacked Los Angeles Dodgers lineup right now. It's disgusting. But what are we doing here? I mean, come on. Do we have to constantly put pricey, expensive coins in front of you guys? You guys may not want that. Especially if we're starting them at $1, you guys certainly do not want any part of that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we are acting silly tonight. That's kind of like my shtick. All right, let's do it. No used car salesman vibes. Yeah, no music. I can't. I've tried doing the music, even though it was like tasteful, like 70s, 80s music. I was like, you know what? It's like I've gone on this far without the music, and besides, I'm sure you guys would rather hear the education, the quips, and you know all that great stuff. All right, you guys ready for this one? This one's pretty good. Oh my god, I can't even believe I'm selling this one. I should really be keeping it for myself. 32 and 5 red. I've never had a full red graded 32 in my life. Right? $200. $200 coin. See, that's why I've never had one of these because they are quite pricey. You know, they are. All right. Yeah, we'll do it because again, we're doing crazy stuff tonight. We're gonna start this one at $1. I guarantee you, whoever wins this one is gonna get an absolute beast. These earlier anything pre 35 and this kind of grade level, these are being scooped up, especially full red. You don't see full red, you see browns, you see red browns, and usually the full reds that you see have carbon spots. This one is about as clean as I've seen in Foreverland. Forever. All right, congratulations. That's an awesome coin there, Lawrence. You're gonna like that one. It just keeps on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna have to put this one aside. Wait, we're gonna ask a minimum for that one. Mhm. Yeah, pretty amazing stuff. I forgot some of these were actually in here. Let's see another giveaway. Hey, 2 cents finally showing up. Where you been all night? 10 years plus. There you go. Now you got one. All right, another awesome one here. Um, any full rolls? Uh, I would say I'd be lying. I mean, I do have a 1963 cent roll there. You want that one? I'll put that one up for bidding. Um, yes, 61D over horizontal D, FS 501. $90. If this was a five, it'd be two bills. Another incredible variety. This is one that in time this one will blow up. Just like the 42D over horizontal D and a few others. By the way, that one's a nickel. That date. All right, here we go. Three, two, one, and let her rip. Another stunner for your consideration. Scooby, I'm speculating $1,000 plus. I mean, there's going to be some little bit of FOMO involved there. I think quite honestly they'll probably settle around 300-400 without getting too like insane or crazy or going above our heads. As far as like because people are speculating, oh, these things will be $2,500 and 5 grand and all that. And it could be. I'm not saying that that's not going to be the case, because the only thing to compare it to are the W Mint quarters. The one person that knows, obviously, Lawrence keeps buying boxes of quarters. Bank. They made 2 million of each design. So this July 4th quarter is only 250,000. Let that sink in for one design. 250,000. Just one eighth the mintage of one of those quarters. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. Now, those W Mint quarters, when they first came out, they were selling for about $200 a pop. and then they just kind of like they gradually settled, into kind of like $30 for BU coins, and they're probably a little bit less than that today. But yeah, obviously they're going to settle somewhere. The people that really won them at the very beginning paid the most amount of money. I have like 80 of them, Christine. I'm a little gun shy about selling them because the market has kind of, I'm not going to say tanked, but it's settled down to a point where I own most of them for more than I think what they're going to go for. But yeah, I could sprinkle some in here and there. Yeah, NGC has that bounty. They had the bounty also on the first W Mint quarters too for each of the designs. So I don't think it was 2,500. I think it was like $1,000 or something like that. Yeah, they're going to be money. Hemi, I think sales are just going to be kind of like flat with bicentennial coins from this point forward, except like super high grade registry set caliber grades. Oh, Emrod, hey, how you doing, man? I saw you came in. He said, "Hey, Sean, how you doing?" I totally ignored you. Yeah, I think because we're like in the middle of the 250th program, bicentennials are out. The 250th is in. So again, we saw a little run up in bicentennial coins at the end of last year to get ready for this year, and then now it's just like stagnant. It's like still water with no breeze in the wind to drive little waves. That doesn't seem like a lot, huh, Scooby? Provided that they equally distribute it. I find I'm probably under the impression that that's not the case. I mean, it'd be cool if they did, if they actually went through the trouble of actually counting it out equally through each state. But you got to figure like a state of like Rhode Island or Delaware with 5,000 coins, why shouldn't Texas, California, or New York have like double that amount? And there's like other conversations like that. All right. You guys ready for this one? This one's cool. Now, this one is pretty rare. I've probably over the last like 25 years of hunting for Big Yacht. There you go. Congratulations. You get the giveaway. Um, over the last 25 years, I've found probably all of maybe five of these. Okay, this is the Triple S 55 RPM FS 501. Now this one's in a 3 red. Okay, there's not too many that are much higher than that. And when you get to like 65, they're like $500 coin, and they just go up from there. But if you want one example, this thing is nutty, very dramatic, repunchment mark, and a rare one too. A very, very, very tough one to find if you're trying to look for it. It does. Yep. The other two S punches are north of the primary, so they actually go toward the date. It's or in between the 9 and 5. It's really unique. There's no other RPM that kind of comes close to this one. I was gonna say that $67 bid, man. That would be a steal. That'd be highway robbery kind of like level. I feel very strongly for a few of these RPMs or varieties rather, because I know I know how tough they are, and some of them I could tell you how many I've found over the years and you know how many I've found in mid state. I've never found a mid state of this one, so this is a first. This one is badass. If you guys have never seen it, jump on like Variety Vista or Copper Coins, and yeah, you'll see how nice and dramatic this one is. All right, going to Hemi. All right, there you go. Cannot complain. That's a beauty, a beautimus. Another great one here. My goodness. I mean, yeah, we have it all, guys. What else can I say? 55D, doubled die offers. This one is known as the doubled eye. And the 1 and 9 in the date are doubled as well. All right. An amazing coin, FS101 in 4 red. Beautiful coin. Always has a high value in mid state red. All right. 150 on this one here in 4 red. All right. Let's do it again. We're doing the dollar starts here. You guys are getting true treats, you know? For the most part, a lot of them have been hitting under that, but we have made our mission entirely clear tonight. Is that we want to get some rather unique pieces that you don't see on any other stream, right? It's like, oh, you always find an 1877 seated half on any other stream, but how often you find stuff like this? You don't. All right, these are like maybe once in a blue moon. I have them because I specialize in varieties and errors. Okay, but these are important pieces. These are stuff that you know that rarely comes up in the market. And you can even look on eBay. You don't see these that often on there. And if you're in the Lincoln sense, please do keep in mind that these things are just going to dry up over time. There's been a collective buyout of like really meaningful stuff lately in the market, and this is ever since the discontinuation of Lincoln Sense. People have felt a certain way about things. Banned, congratulations, you're gonna enjoy that one. Now, this one I had put aside here. Okay, this is one that I've never had in this kind of grade. 27D over D. Okay, that is a tough date. AU 55. RPM FS501. This is one of the more dramatically expensive coins. Now we're gonna start. I'm gonna hook you guys up. I shouldn't even be selling it for this because I don't come across these ever. But again, we are doing things a little bit unconventional. If I actually did this for a living and operated my own brick and mortar, I'd probably go bankrupt. Just saying. All right. So you guys see the price, okay? Very expensive. And I have no doubt this is a piece that normally would sell in excess of what the stated market value is on like great collections or heritage. Because again, these don't show up at all. Lawrence with a giveaway. Heck yeah. Is that your second one? Or yeah, it's your second one. Now you get another one. All right. How about $100 off on one of the rarest coins here? Wow. That shocks me a little bit. It shocks me a lot, actually. We're gonna sell this roll here. Someone wanted to see a roll. It just so happens I had one within earshot of my workspace here. Um, I tell you what, yeah, Hemi band, anyone else? I'm gonna put it up on screen here through Variety Vista so you can see what the RPM looks like. And I'll try and get up close on the coin as well so you can see it. It's beautiful. AU 55 brown. Um, very little in the way of circulation wear, but yeah, let's do this roll here first. So it's a 63 Philly BU old roll with the on there. And there you go, 15 seconds. Again, this might actually win the buyer's giveaway for someone tonight. Yeah, Ruben, if I could find him. Oh yeah, it opens. This isn't one of those impossible rolls, Steve. The other ones I call shrink wrap rolls because those are the old design plastic that expands and contracts, and then eventually it just like It sucks up to the coins, and then you're like, how in the world do I open these? And I'll tell you, you can't. It's stuck in there for life. No, no, no. You want to know the trick? Okay. So it could get a little bit messy, but you put the whole roll in your freezer. Keep it in there for about 6 hours. And if you could find like an old sock or something like that, take the roll because at that point it's be cold and brittle. Take the roll out of the freezer, put it in a sock, and on the other end where the cap is not, whack it with a hammer on that end. You can do it out in the garage, on the floor, wherever you want, and that's going to develop a long crack that goes all the way up the roll, and then you're going to have an easier time of opening it. Either that, or if you have like a Dremel, with a cut wheel, then you could do a shallow cut along the edge of the or along the side of the tube, and then kind of like pry it open with like a flat blade screwdriver or something like that. Or you could do that before you whack it with a hammer, so that way you get a clear cut kind of crack happening there. So 250, yes, sir. That's where I was starting it at. But let me bring this up. Because this is not one of those EIEIO RPMs. That this is quite strong for the date. Not to mention, it's insane. This thing is cool. D over D North, right there. It's our close up there. The one that you're seeing on screen, this is Variety Vista, by the way. The one you're seeing on screen has a little bit of a contact mark at the bottom of the mint mark. All right. So that's why you're seeing kind of like that beveled flatness to it. They probably need a better looking one than that one there. Should I tell 2 cents the bad news? I sold most of the Morgans this morning. I have a couple other pieces in my life though. Um, by the way, guys, if I get these big collections and I say I have them, feel free to ping me, to message me, even if I'm not on stream. Please say, hey, Sean, I'm looking for this. What do you have? Because I've done sales off stream on a lot of this stuff. Okay, so if you want like first crack, shoot me a message. Linda with another giveaway. Yeah, please do 2 cents. Yeah, do not wait for yesteryear. All right. Yeah, 250. I ain't going cheaper on this. I would be a dumb to even consider cheaper than this. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have one in the box here. You might already have one, and this one's a relatively lower grade one, but it's this one here. I wasn't really offering it. I mean, I have it, and I had probably offered it once, but it was kind of like it was weird. It was on Monday or Tuesday, and everybody's broke, and you're like, I don't know. It was probably when I was in the middle of doing like a 3 or 4 show bender back to back. Like, do you have that one there, Daniel? 42D DDO FS 101. I mean, you and I know how dramatically strong this one is. Do you have this one? You probably have one that's in better shape too. Yeah. So, yeah, it's only 125. Kind of like the low cost of entry to get one of those. Make me an offer. You can even see the doubling in Liberty in a VG8. Make me an offer that's semi reasonable, and I'll put it to buy now store under your name. Yeah, I got the ASC laser engraved privy. I got the. No, I'm not selling that one. That one's for me. That one down there. This one I was going to send off to PCGS because it's undergraded. A 65 is going to be a much bigger, better, sexier coin. Um, oh, you want to see something neat? 64 proof. Oh boy. Oh boy. How about our undergraded 29/7 cap bus half? In reality, it should be an AU50. Yeah, try telling Annex that back in the 80s. Yep. Yeah, that's just Annex funny way of saying, yeah, it's got 5.5 full steps. That, in a way, that's kind of a knock on it. Um, Generally have full 6 steps on them. Generally, let's put it that way. It's supposed to happen. Yeah, have you guys heard about the buyer's giveaway tonight? For those of you that are on that just popped on and are not aware of the fire that's going to be going to one lucky winner tonight. Brand new copy of the 6th edition volume 1 cherry picker's guide. You're also going to be receiving a beautiful high grade 95 Lincoln Cent double to die offers FS 101 in mid state 67 red. You are also going to receive a nice low mintage rock kick ass. Why do I love that name? Quarter ounce Britannia silver bullion. And then also, of course, the 2009 toned Mexico Libertad 1 ouncer. All in one package tonight. You just have to buy an item. Indigon, it's yours, sir. I'm going to put it into buy now store for you. All right. It is in there for you. 2 cents, 1100. 1100 is my ask on that one. It's even got the CAC G TrueView as well. Yes, we have Lincolns. We got more of what you love. Yeah. We have nothing but like the crazy stuff coming up here. We have a whole half a box. Sure. Yeah. Blast white reverse. Yeah, this is a pretty big trophy coin. Asking 1100 Hemi. This was actually in a PCGS holder. This one was graded six with a CAC sticker. So that's why it crossed evenly because it had the CAC sticker, and we just prefer to have it in the CAC G holder. But if someone wants a big dog coin, that's relatively. I mean, we've had bigger. I did just sell a 1910D Gold Eagle earlier today. That one was 3200 because it was 63 plus grade. Right into gone. Yeah. No, no, I sold all the gold. The other gold I have, they weren't anything spectacular. A couple quarter eagle 1907s. They were one was AU 58, another one was mid state 62, and those went for the low. They weren't anything great. They just came into a collection, so I bought it all. But we will have more. I'm yeah, that's only one that I have outstanding for now. But by the way, what you missed in the Morgans that I had in this graded buy, they were all mid state 62 and three common grades. PCGS, NGC, and there were a few of the later annex holders, the orange ones or yellows. You weren't really missing anything. And I know your tastes that those would bore the hell out of you. They would. The same way that they bored me, and someone made an offer, a bulk offer. I said fine. And the thing is, they bought it when silver had dipped to 58. So, when they're kind of that grade, they're pretty close to melt, which is 50. Where are they, like 51 now or something like that? Wow. You guys want strip down base common Morgan dates? Now's the time to get them. Shoot. Scooby here is probably the best. Probably the best area, I would say. All right, so I have this one here. I am just over the moon, just shocked at how nice this one is, even in this ICG holder. Mid mark FS 511 in 4 red, and it probably I'll be absolutely honest. This thing looks like it could be a 5 red, which would double the value. So it's 135. Is what is the value in 4 red is, and this thing is nice. Again, it's probably I've had maybe two or three mid state 52D over S's in my life, and you guys know how much of a sleuth I am at trying to find these. All right, $1 start. If you want a correspondence, Scooby, it's either going to be here or I'm going to tell you what. Blue Ridge Silver Hound Prime on Facebook because my wife manages that page. So you will get a return response on Facebook. There is, right there. They put FS511, but didn't put the D over S, which is what it is. This is, ICG's kind of like quirky way of, of trying to justify a variety without putting all the information on the label. So, yes, yeah, I'll show you the ASC one more. And the ASC, I could give you a good deal on. All right. So, it's the least I could do for all the running around I'm making you do to try and get something awesome. Um, I call this one mint chocolate chip because it's got a couple. It's not like brown, but it's like a orangey red little speckles in the toning fields there. It's completely 100% green, and then you have this cool little like fiery ring on the reverse. Yeah, the dimples, the DMPLs, they have been the DMPLs and the actual proofs, Morgan proofs. Oh, the 2025, this one here, the laser engraved privy West Point minted, so it's got the W mint on the reverse. This one's in the buy now store, so it's the last one. I ended up with 8 of these, and I sold all of them but this one. Lawrence bought the last one earlier in the show, so it's there, and it's nice to sell. I'm. It's not that I'm not shocked that it hasn't sold yet. Um, because it's going to go to the right buyer, at the right. Okay, another great one here. I mean, we're going to keep it rolling. I mean, we have other great stuff, obviously, but I wanted to keep time reasonable. It's supposed to be over in like 15 minutes. That's not going to happen. So you guys are stuck with me for a little while. How about this one? This is another great one here. 36 FS 101 double die obverse. This is kind of like the dream coin that we encounter when we're flipping through the pages of the Red Book price guide. VF30. This is about the most reasonable priced example you could get. Once you get to like XF40, you're gonna add another $100 bill to this thing. Uh, and I find a lot more of the 102s. They're considerably more available out there. The 101s not so much, but really crazy dramatic doubling in the date. So $1 start, and this one is live right now. Oh, N to the F. You're gonna have to be on when it goes live because it's like a standard giveaway. Once I start the buyer's giveaway, this will pop up, and then you have to click in. Yeah, I mean you don't have to hang around. If you come back, because we have like 25 slabs remaining. If you come back, say and after, you're gonna be in good shape. All right, that will go into what not, what not. Thank you. And 2 cents. I did see you picked up the last laser engraved there for you. Okay, there you go. And there you go, sir. All right, awesome one here too. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I notice I'm lagging on my laptop. but I don't know. Is this laggy? Yes, yes, you can. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do this just so I can remember to send these out. I'm gonna put one of these in my inventory box where I'm putting all this stuff. PJs. Yes, we got stickers. We have enough to go around to all the folks on this show, and then I'm out. See, I'm almost done with those. So we'll make sure to hook you guys up before we call that one. 1972. This is a kind of old school annex there. They were trying to do something cool here with this one. FS 103. This is the old Favaz Stanton attribution number. Double to die obverse. This is a beautiful one here. Again, these are all kind of pricey, when you get up into that grade level for any of them. All right. So we're going to start this one at $1. Let the deals keep on flowing like fine wine. There you go. Yes, this is the only annex slab I have like this. Out of the entire group of coins that we had bought in one swath, which came out to like 335 of them, this is the only blue. I forgot what they call these annex holders. It's been a while since I've had one of these. I've had quite a few more soapboxes than these things. This was a very very short lived um, era of this particular type. Rick, Rick, dude, thank you for the package. Rick was like, I'm going to send you back all of the packing material that you use on your streams. That is awesome, man. That was pretty good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Rick is certainly deserving of it. He loves a good deal. He likes interesting, unique coins too. How about this one? 60 D over D RPM one which is FS 502. You could see right there. This is one of the quite possibly one of the strongest RPMs going back to maybe 1956. Okay. AU 58 on that one there. Yeah, this is a nice inexpensive one, only $50 there. Okay, there you go. 1 second or 15 second, $1 start. Yeah, if you guys know, you know how strong this RPM is. All right, and it's priced right. If you want a cheap entry into the buyer's giveaway, this is probably it. Alongside a few of the other items that we had earlier. Yeah, see, they're actually sitting right there, Rick. Those stack of dollars. Yeah, I'll give those away. Absolutely, not tonight, but a future show. Wow, you guys love me. Oh, you love me nonetheless. I think there's a yeah. I don't blame you. It's a nice one. All right, Erland, my man. You paid a little bit more, but you unlock bronze, so you get a coupon for exchange. So make sure you activate your coupons, guys, as you hit those particular levels. You'll thank me later. Okay, we have a pair of awesome ones here. Never have I ever had these, especially slabbed. I haven't had either of these. I'd say in probably about 15 plus years. Since I started the channel was the last time I had found one of these. And you can understand, they are quite tough. 94, double to die reverse, FS801. This one part of the year collection. Our first one here, graded AU 58. You're doubling on these, by the way. If I could find my. And of course, you could always go on Variety Vista to see this one. The columns here on the right side are doubled through the first like 3 bays. Yeah, if you got coupons, activate them because that's the only way you'll use them. And I believe it's percentage based with a cap, and the cap is nice, $25. All right, so here we go. These are all expensive regardless of grade. This one I think I put what $100 on there. All right, well let's do it. 3, 2, 1, and go. Actually, the 84 double deer that I got out of this collection, I put in my PC because I don't have that one yet graded. I have the 83 DDR in 65 red, but I don't have the 84 DDO, and that one is 5 red. I am a dog. Out of the entire group, I kept 3 coins, and that was one of them. JJ, sweet as honey. That's a nice one. I'm torn if I want to actually keep the next one. It's the same coin, but in a 2 red. See, quite a bit. All right, 175. So can you see the doubled columns there? When your iPhone camera is good enough to pull in some of the detail of that. Yes, and a little bit better grade, 62 red. See, the other one does not have a color designator, but it'd be a red brown. This is a full red. Yeah, pretty good stuff, Indigon. Yeah, I lucked out. And he was local to me. He was actually in Sacramento. Yeah, I guess we're gonna start this one at $1. Honestly, I won one of these in like 5 red. I would keep this one, but I would be upgrading. I would still have to buy the coin later on. So why keep it, right? I mean, it's beautiful. They actually do red brown. Believe it or not, they do red brown, going all the way back to XF grades on the older coins. Like if you looked at some of the earlier Indian head cents and like a Gen 1 or Gen 2 PCGS holder, they actually do color designation on those there. Hard to believe that's two red, huh? This one, quite honestly, looks like it should be higher, even if just one grade point higher. Okay, well let's do it. I'm gonna be sad to see this one go, but um, hey, it's gonna go into the keepable hands. No carbon spots, none. You would think that there would be for a 2 red. I think I think a few carbon, just a few contact marks. That's what I was trying to say, or planchet marks on there. And annex is tougher, indeed. Yep. Yeah, this one is really quite cool. What a beauty. All right, that will go into Tulsa, Steve. Goodbye, old friend. Yeah, enjoy the $50 discount. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up spending. Shoot, I can't even believe I'm saying this. Probably close to $1,000 if I want the grade I want on that one. Check this out. We still have to go through all these. That's all soapboxes, by the way. we got to save the soap boxes for last because all these coins in the soap boxes, they are insanely undergraded, 1 to 2 points per coin, and you're never going to believe what's hiding in that stack. Okay, so we sold one of these earlier, a PCGS holder. It just wasn't attributed. We have this one in a 4 red, 54D over D over D over D over D over D, FS 501 RPM number 1. This is again these get pricey. Um, way when you get into mid-state red grades. I found a fair amount of these in like VFXF. Yes, we are give you guys the opportunity. We're doing buck and go. Hey man, I am promising you guys to the ends of the earth something truly special here. And then I can't wait to do the buyers giveaway to you guys. We still got all these other great P&D Enduring Liberty halves that we have to get rid of all this. Triple punched, TRIPPLE. That's the repunchment mark, 2 cents. So prior to 1990, mid employees actually hand tapped the mid marks onto the working dies. So if they tapped in the mid mark, it was a little out of place from their eyes. They would reset the punch, tap it again, and that's how you end up with multiple impressions of mid marks. It's actually quite neat, and it's all part of the human error experience of production of our coinage. I'm loving you guys are getting great deals. I don't know when the next time I'll have any of these. The second strongest, 72 DDO, and we have one here. FS 102. If it wasn't for the FS 104, this would be the second most valuable 72 DDO after the 101. This one is 62 red brown. Not lying. I like the look of this one. I didn't even put a price on this one. I guess it's priceless, right, guys? This one right here, right around like 125 ish. I guess I would say on this one. Which ironically, on a 72 FS 103, that's the same price on a 64 red. So that gives you an idea of the difference there in value. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one here. The 72. This is the only one of this I have, by the way. 72 DDO FS 102. Yeah, right. Yeah, this is priceless, by the way. I mean, you guys should bid this one up to what, $10,000? I mean, that would really make my day. I mean, your bank account is not gonna like it, but heck, who am I to argue? Right, Rick? Lot number 45 for the Rickmeister. Philip with the giveaway win. Well, we have some of the premium stuff coming up here. I mean, it's been premium up to this point. Let's not kid ourselves. Here's one of them right here. 41 Lincoln double the die obverse FS 102. We sold a low mid state grade of the same very coin for what, 500-600 bucks about a month ago here. This one in XF 45, still pricey. This is a pricey variety. It's kind of like a 55 DDO, not the same, obviously, but you know how the price is just kind of like it's never going to be cheaper than $2,500 unless the thing was acid dipped to death. That's like this coin here. This thing in like fine condition is probably still $150. That's how expensive it is. All right, 41 DDO. In God We Trust, and the date is all knotted up with strong doubling. $250 hairs in a XF45. And we're starting it at $1. I'm doing all sorts of crazy stuff. I keep saying that because we're speaking truth into reality here. Big Huge value coin, $250 in XF45. I know you guys want it for 114. It could probably go for that, if someone blinks twice and you know, but one of the more kind of like strong, consistent market kind of coins across all grade levels. Can't really go wrong here. Um, I will talk about the buyer's giveaway after this coin. Will it sell for $100 off? Someone is going to get the flip of a deal there. And sure enough, banned. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Put it down. Go to the next one, right? So our giveaway tonight, you're gonna get a brand new copy, 6th edition, volume 1, Cherry Picker's Guide Variety book, covering cents and nickels. Quite possibly the most important Cherry Picker's Guide volume across the board. You're also going to be receiving this stunner here, 95 double die obverse FS101 in 7 red. I think that's the highest grade anything I have here tonight, aside from the Silver Eagles. We're also adding in 2023 quarter ounce Britannia, low mintage on that bad boy there. And also the Toner 2009 Mexico Libertad. Altogether, a prize package worth over $250. All right, next one that we have here, 1971, another rare one. I've owned all of 2 of these. Can't even believe I've only owned 2. I know of someone specific that has found probably about 2 dozen of these, but they live on the East Coast. I don't. Double to die obverse FS101 and AU55. Okay, another pricey one here, even in AU, 125. And that one there. Okay, $1 start and go. 71 Philly. Yep. 71 Philly. Shay has found a few of these. No, it's not him. And no, it's not Dick and Dave either. And he's found a few of these. A good vast majority of you don't even know him. And no, it's not Chuck Daughtry too, although he's probably owned like a cajillion of these. Because, that's Chuck for you. Chuck is doing Chuck things. He's Chuck Norrising the heck out of these varieties. 1970, S over S. It's kind of weird. This one I feel like should be in the Cherry Picker's Guide because of how strong it is. It is a VP listed variety. This one, in a matter of time, will be in the Cherry Picker's Guide. It's so strong. Mid-State 66 red, beautiful high grade example there. $125 on that one. Band, welcome to the club, buddy. You won one of the giveaways. All right. There you go. That one is live. The secondary estimate mark is punched north of the primary on this one, in case you're wondering. And yes, this is actually one of those rare varieties that you can find in a mid set. You know how I know? Because I have found one at one point. And they could only be found on the large date variants of that. 66 red is so impressively large of a grade. I don't think I've had one probably that exceeded a 64. Yeah. I mean, once this thing hits cherry picker status, the prices are just going to go up like through the roof. And this one might go from whatever it's at right now to being like maybe 2-3 bills pretty easily. Man's like, oh man, I want this thing so bad. Who could blame you? This is a phenomenal piece. Can you imagine this thing in a 7 red? Think about it for 1 second. You know how special that would be? That would be pretty special. There you go. That will go into, is it April? Yeah, April in the house, right? Yay! You have one of my favorites. You had Bob, one of my favorites of the night. There you go. Yeah. I take it Chris is your hubby? Unless you throw me a curveball and say, no, it's my brother. I'll be like, okay. You're like, of course it's my hubby. You dork. Okay. You guys ready for the old annex soapboxes? Again, I looked at every single one of these. I would say all except maybe one of them. The one is the weird proof nickel with the 5.5 steps. I think that one's appropriately graded, even though they don't grade full steps. Although that one's unique because of that. These are all graded like 1 to 2 points on the low end. Annex was a incredible stickler during the 80s. You know, this was after the David Hall era. Yeah, some of you may know David Hall, a big numismatist that worked for PCGS and all these other, big numismatic conglomerates back in the day, had his own grading company back in the 70s and 80s. And then Annex took over from there. I think Mr. Hall still was at that time a part of that company at its formation. It's entirely possible, Linda, okay, that a lot of these you should send them to PCGS. I have a few here in a box specifically that are probably graded 2 points lower than it should be. That's going to make a huge, tremendous impact on the actual value of the coin. Okay, one of them I'm really excited to talk about, and that's going to be coming up here pretty soon. Here's one of them right here. 51 D over S over mint mark 2. This is also FS 512, if I'm not mistaken, off the top of my brain. Over mint mark. It's 63 red. Okay, let's take a moment to look at this coin. That is not a 3 red. 4 red, yeah, definitely. 5 red is a possibility. So that price tag is based off of that grade in a 3 red. All right. So I am leaving all sorts of meat on the bones here on these. Though, holy crap, the next coin is huge. Can't wait to show you that one. All right. In context, there's a size difference. Okay. Smaller. hmm There you go. They are cute. People have been collecting these like they're, the next coming of doilies or rattlers or, embossed reverse NGC Gen 1s or Gen 2s or whatever they are. Yeah, I mean these are fast becoming very very popular collectibles. The holder that is, and then the coin in it is like more or less a bonus, or the coin is the main feature and the holder is a bonus. You can see both ways. All right, let's see who wins this one, and we'll kick this one off here. Kevin speaks. There you go. Yeah, I've met Mr. Lawson. He's awesome. I like him. Yeah, I forgot that he does his YouTube auctions. Yeah, yeah. It's been a minute since I've been to one of his streams. I wasn't sure if he was still doing them, but now that I know, yeah, I'll pop in and say hi. 51 D over S, FS 512. Beauty. April, you're in for a ride of your life. This is fun. Everything about this is fun. And, the only way it's not going to be fun is if you stop being interested in it. You know? Whew, yeah, Steve. You know what's up. Again, I was thinking long and hard about keeping most, if not all, of these annex soapboxes. Now, there's going to be a couple of them that are priced quite heavy, and they're deserving of what they are. And we'll cross that bridge once we get there. But yeah, those ones might actually stay in my collection. We'll see. Okay, this is I've never owned this one in Mid State Red, and for all the peeps out there, 63 Red. It, I know we're all fans of the Sheldon grading scale and the standardization of the process, but is that a 3 Red? It does. It looks way nicer in a 3, man. And this one is insanely rare, especially in mid-state red. These are being found on much lower grades. The DDO FS 101s of this one on a 51D. Who would have thought? You know, of course. This, I mean, it's annex. So again, they were strict as heck grading these back in the day. It's like you say 5, it's like no, it's a 2. You know, I'm a little undecided if I'm going to do like a dollar start on this one. Like I feel like price protecting this one at some degree, and this is on the low end. This it comes back in a 4 or 5, the price doubles, and right now it's 250. It's 250 in a 3 red. All right, this is the lowest I will go on this one. I feel very confidently and all about this one. This is like one out of like 3 coins that I want to kind of like hold the line price wise. But if you see it for what it is, this one will pay off in dividends. So crossing this one over at the very least will be a 4. And at 5, it's $1,000. So you know I mean, at $50 off is like it's gemstones all day long. Yeah, YO coins, absolutely. That's a great premise there. And the thing is, CAC doesn't sticker these, you know, um, for whatever reason, because I think they know how undergraded a lot of them are because they don't want to have to issue a bunch of green and gold stickers on all these soapboxes. So someone I know in the business had that conversation with me, or like, the old soapboxes. They're not going to green bean the newer generation annex holders, or even like the blue ones or any of that stuff. But the soapboxes, we had a long, deep conversation about these, and the reason why they didn't want to touch these is one of the people that worked at CACG before they decided to do like full on grading actually was one of the original regime members of the early annex days back in like 1983. They're like, we've had these internal conversations, and they said, yeah, I mean, we did not give away grades, is what that gentleman had said. So that's further proof of kind of like holding that standard. Like we had sold one of these earlier tonight, and that one was what was that, 4 red or 5 red? I don't remember. It was a PCG or NGC holder. Sorry, it was a 5 red. All right, so here's the soapbox example, and this one looks like a 6. And it's at 38 S over S over S, FS 502 RPM 2. I have this thing priced. You know, this one is it's not considered to be a gamble at $100 or anything cheaper than this. All right, so we're gonna start this one at $1. There you go. And this is a fun one, by the way. If you've never seen this RPM, either in person or in publications or online, the FS 501 and 502 are beauties. They're both very impressive. Now both of them have been found in BU rolls over the years, so that's why there's been kind of like more of them out there in mid state, like 64 and fives. That have popped out in the marketplace. But this one right here, graded from long time ago, before Michael J. Fox lost his virginity, they ended up in a 5 red holder by Annex. So that was a while ago, 2 cents. Yeah, these are all fun coins, man. I've never had this many soapboxes in one shot. I think altogether the collection had like 60 soapboxes of differing degree of coins. Uh, April, yeah, nice one. This is a 49 D over D RPM 9. Okay, the RPM is not the craziest. It's not a cherry picker's guide or anything like that. $40, but you get in this annex. And again, see the grade 5 red? It's probably a 5 red, but you're getting just the cachet of the old vintage holder with this early attribution. There you go. That one is live. Michael J. Gotta love him. Gots to love him. Although with his Parkinson's, he looks like he's freaking in his 70s. I'm not kidding. He's rough, man. Can you imagine if he didn't have that disease, how his Hollywood career would continue? He'd probably still be doing shows and movies right now if you think about it. All right, now we're going to 64 and a half Mustang JJ. You know what? He was a great actor. He had the personality, the chops. Um, he looked natural, doing his thing. Okay, this thing is a stunner. 53S over S. This is not the big RPM number one. I think it's like RPM 3 or something. Uh, 6 red. You know how difficult it was for them to hand out that kind of grade. I'm sure they were restraining a fair bit to hand out that kind of numerical grade. What was the movie? I watched it a couple weeks ago because it's free on YouTube. Like you can watch free movies on YouTube. It was Doc Hollywood. He was awesome in that movie. He played the perfect part as the a hole, doctor that was going to go and do plastic surgery in California. He played that part to a T, and he had the personality. Like I can only imagine how good he would do on like movies, in the '90s and 2000s, and yeah, it was cool. Yeah, that was a cool. I love and then Teen Wolf was another good one too. That's like his earlier works. Yeah, they do free movies on YouTube, but I will warn you, Scooby, some of the free movies, especially when it comes with like graphic language and stuff, they tend to nerf those out of there. So if you're gonna watch, some movie with like for example, the movie Road Trip that came out like in 2005 with um Stifler from American Pie movies and a few of the other guys, there's a lot of like innuendos and cussing and all that. They took all that out of there. So it makes that particular movie a little bit less special, because they made it rated PG by the time it was all said and done. Here's another 66 red in a 52D over D. Again, when there's no attribution, assume that it's kind of like, well, one of the lesser tier RPMs, like an RPM 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there. All right, but boy, a 6 red, all for a coin. This one looks like it could be a 7. I absolutely, honestly believe this one could be a 7 because those fields are nick free, and then the reverse is quite clean as well. I have on there 80 on that one. Yeah. Yeah, these soapboxes. And they're like in newish condition too. Very well taken care of. Rock, hey, my pleasure, buddy. That was a well earned giveaway. We were giving away 30 regular giveaways and then the buyer's giveaway. Oh yeah, yeah. I pay for Apple TV because it comes, as part of my subscription, like buying the phone and all that originally. So I get a relatively decent deal on Apple. It's like what, 12.99 a month or something like that. I mean, it's not bad. What I'm not a fan of is like there's a bunch of different shows that you hear about that your friends and family have watched, and it's like, oh, the new House of the Dragon season 3 is out, but you can only watch it on HBO. But HBO is also tied into Amazon Prime. You could go on Amazon Prime to get HBO, but it's like really the only place to go to get HBO to watch that show, and it's like one of the hottest shows right now. I haven't tried YouTube Premium. The regular giveaways are P&D sets of the Enduring Liberty half dollars. They're like $10 in value, not too bad. And we've had a few people have won a few lots. 45D over D, RPM 13. This one in a 5 red. Man, so beautiful. So if you want a nice early Annex soapbox variety, nice grade, there you go. And this could be the one that wins the buyer's giveaway tonight. Again, our buyer's giveaway value wise $250. Yeah, I say all of this white real estate looks good. I think copper looks better in these than silver. I've had them both. Gold looks pretty good too, but only if they're mid state. If they're kind of like ragtag, kind of like fine or VF, like early gold, they don't look as wonderful in these. I'm happy to have these slabs for you guys. This is an awesome experience. We don't get the opportunity that often, and I'm glad to be sharing this with you guys. And whatever the outcome, you guys are going to come away with rather unique pieces because they're all varieties, like this one here. Back to Cherry Picker's Guide varieties. How about 53D over D? Okay, this one should come very familiar with a lot of you that know about dye varieties. FS 501, but it does say RPM 1 there. In 5 red. Shit, man. Wow, these things are. I don't even think I'll know the time when I'll find another group like this. Because you gotta have someone that's dedicated to the varieties sector of numismatics to build up a position of this magnitude of soapboxes, not to mention different other slabs. And the thing is, I put the sticker there with the FS, the Favaz Stanton listing on there, but it's not like you could send this to Annex and say, "Hey, can you take the label out of my soapbox and put FS 501?" Because they didn't do that. But this one had a completely different It was like FS dash 01 dash 046 dash 01. Or, it's some ridiculous old school kind of like their heart was in the right place at the time, but it was not like the most efficient cataloging system. All right, big one here. I'll save that one in a second. How about a 39 D over D RPM one in 4 red? Okay, this one is actually a nice RPM. Yeah, I only have $80 on that one apparently. Okay, that one's live. Looks nice. Probably could touch 5. Uh, it would not be worth crossing over. More of the value is in the fact that it's in this old vintage holder. So I would definitely just keep it in this one. Because it's not a mainline cherry picker's guide variety. I wouldn't even consider cracking this one. Silver unlock for the JJ. You know, I know JJ01 slacking. All right, Steve, well done. Gets wins a giveaway. Congratulations, my friend. Trent, how you doing, sir? Hope everyone's having a great night. By the way, happy early 4th of July. I hope you guys stay safe. If you're gonna be out and about having fun, fireworks, partaking in some libations, you know what that is. We're not gonna sugarcoat it. Beer me. You guys stay safe and whatever you guys do. I know that's not until next weekend, but probably won't see you guys before then. Um, Money's tight. Yeah, it can be. You're like, why can't the show happen next month? Well, that's why I do these type of shows at the end of the month. Okay, this thing's gorgeous. This thing is just straight up nuclear power plant level gorgeous. Like we're talking Fukushima level gorgeous. Is that appropriate to say? Yeah, yeah. We'll say that. 39 S over S RPM 2. 6 red. 6 red. We're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that have hang tough through the Lincoln Cents, we do have a couple of non-Lincoln Cent coins. So at the very least, I'll show you guys that. No pressure whatsoever. We've just been having straight up fun all night long. We do have to get through all the giveaways. Um, which in that particular case, the regular giveaways, we have 8 remaining. So by the time we're done with the rest of the slabs, will probably be somewhere like 5 remaining. So we'll do maybe 2 minutes on those giveaways just to blow through them. Yeah, have you guys gotten dinged on your credit cards for the upcoming mid sets? Anybody getting those? I bought 10. I'll probably end up giving away one of them. Yeah, mine hit earlier today. Linda, that's a beautiful coin. You're really gonna enjoy this one. Um, words are words, but when you see it in person, you're going to be impressed. Yeah, so the last couple soapboxes are these are monsters. So we'll start with this one here. God, why can't I have at the very least like a mid state 63 or 4 of this one? 44 D over S FS 511 over mid mark. Again, this is one of those crazy red book cherry or red book price guide varieties that you see the little close up of the mint marks and this is the dream boat kind of coin here. AU50 is a very, very nice grade on this one. Um, we've had plenty of VS and XFs, you know, over the years. But yeah, AU50 is kind of like on a different level. 250 on this one. Yeah, this is one of those I have to kind of like semi protect pricing because this one I looked at, I'm like, this one could very well be a 53, possibly a 55. It's got luster. And how about I mean, you could send dye varieties in a soapbox, and the grade is nice. So there's no. The cool part is I'm not showing you this dramatic $2,000 coin. Again, I'm not Trader B here, but yeah. You're like, I want to see the next couple coins before I commit on that one. All right, fair enough. Next one. Whoops. Next one up here. That is indeed the 511. Yep. How about this bad boy? 51D over S. OMM1. Okay, we had the OMM2 earlier. This one here in a 4 red. FS 511. Monster. Yeah. That again, that could be a 5 all day long. 5, possibly 6. Yeah, this one above all else, this one is tremendously undergraded. All right. Okay, and I am going to certainly give a deal here. Now I'm going a little bit deeper into deal on this one. This one should be a shoe in. Banned with another one. It's probably the best 225 you've ever spent on a one singular coin. You'll see that one. You're like, I think I took my guy Sean on a ride on that one. Okay, and then this one here. This one definitely undergraded by a point. Um, Full red. I'm pointing my finger up in the air. Full red. 44D over S. This is the FS 512 over mid mark. There's two important over mid marks. The FS 511 is amazing. And so is the FS 512. Obviously, the 511 getting all of the cachet. But, ladies and gentlemen, I have this one here for you in full red. And it's one of the big coins of the day. Yeah, that's a pretty good find, Beth. I forgot on the top of my mind what the RPM 10 looks like, but yeah, I mean 44D has a lot of RPMs, a ton of them. I think there was 40 or 50 of them sideways. All right, so I'm going to offer this one deal. This is a coin I personally I wouldn't mind keeping. I'm like sitting here, I'm like scratching my chest. It's like I'm like, yeah. Um, I'm going to offer one killer deal on this. This one is very expensive. In a 4, this one's over $1,000. Um, Whoever buys this one is going to be enjoyed with a beauty. This is like one of like two of my biggest coins of the night. You knew we were going to get to this point where we have these bangers, and it's an inanimate soapbox, and it's undergraded by a point, and oh man, this thing's cool. This thing is so cool. There you go. Yeah, I'm envious too. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I mean, this one, the I call this one the stair stepper, because if you were kind of like dreaming of a mid-state coin, this is a great other coin to get. I'm going to let's do this. Okay, we're gonna do something doing something good here for the people on this one here. Oh, I took $10 off, and that's all I'm doing. Oh man, Ghost. You know what's funny? I've been offered one of those. It was recently too. I think it was like $35,000 or something like that. It was not too bad. 44 not bronze, steel. 44 steel cent. 43 is the one you find at bronze. Okay, on this one, I'm asking 400 for you, and you only 2 cents. I will do 300 on it. I've probably offered this coin maybe one other time, so do that price, and I'll put it in a buy now store, so that way you don't have to worry about um, you know what I mean, other bidders. So I'm gonna put it in a store under your name. In there, Linda, you've been waiting for that cat bus to show up again. I was thinking about either sending it to CAC, Linda, or just getting it regraded. Because that one right there, that one was great. The person I bought it from, he had it graded back in 2009, I think, and he said, yeah, it came in, undergraded by at least 2 or 3 points. Um, because it's got luster. It's like an AU50. XF40 is crazy on this one. So I'm asking 600 for you. Here's what I'll do on this one. I can't take a ton of money off of this one, but at the very least, and this is based off of that grade. Um, yeah, you can see the 7 through the 9 there. All right, so I could do 550 on this one, understanding that you can either have a CAC sticker on it or set out regraded, come back a higher grade, and it's automatically going to be a couple $100 more. Yeah, I'll get the stickers out. I actually have one sitting in my box here that I've been putting all the inventory in. The Minty Fresh 64 5.5 stepper proof nickel. This thing is nuts. All right, so we're not going to do 350 here. Here's the gift I'm giving back to you guys on this one here. This is a steal for a tone nickel, a tone proof, by the way. Green with halo red rims is what I could best describe this one. If you're not see, you got to see it in person. Boom, there you go. Took $200 off, by the way. Didn't have to do that, but you know, and they actually graded it with steps, which on proof you don't do that, but they did it back in the '80s. No, no, no. This is a proof, Linda. Let's see. That one was 61. All right. So I want to let you guys know we're coming down to like the last like 2 or 3 coins. Okay. Um, I'm not going to add anything else to the buy now store for people that missed out. I just don't want to have to hassle and deal with like doing wheat cent rolls and all that stuff. Yeah, this was a killer deal on that one. Um, we have about five more of these to run through the general giveaways, but we are once we're concluded on the night on auction and buy and out stuff, we're going to promptly do that there. All right. I haven't. I mean, I showed you guys another beautiful tone and undergraded 4060 Jefferson in 66 5 full steps, double sided toner action. All right, we're doing nickel deals here tonight. Okay, I shouldn't even be stripping this thing down to what I'm about ready to do, but I'm literally handing someone probably if this thing is a get popped out and it graded at PCGS with reviews, this is going to be a $1,500 coin. It's a comeback in 7 full steps, and the color. Yeah, that's why you want a true view because the color is what makes this one on both sides. Okay, so another gift to the people, whoever wants it. It's cheaper, but it's not what I would consider to be like cheap. But yeah, this one's incredible. Yeah, well, this one's a deal of the night too. You know, they kind of go hand in hand. Um, again, when it comes to these type of coins, you are going to appreciate it tenfold better when it's sitting in your hand. You know, because you're going to be able to see it in your own natural light. You're going to be able to get in with a magnifier and really enjoy it. You know. All right. Yes. Steve, I'm telling you, you're going to receive that. And you're going to exactly kind of like think in the back of your mind, like, did Blue just sell this thing to me for $300? I'm telling you, it is a monster. And there's virtually no contact marks either in the fields, and it's very minimal at all on the portrait, which is why a good solid 7 is incoming. Hey Tempo, am I rating you? That's probably gonna end up being about, yeah. I'll rate you. I didn't know. I didn't see anything. Any other request, either for like the 44D over S full red soapbox, again with what I was offering this one for, that one's amazing. Not going to go cheaper on that one. The Cat Bust is another phenomenal choice. This one's sold. A few others. The 88 V nickel. Yeah, Tempo. I'll be in your stream. Give me 10 minutes because I'm gonna run through the rest of these giveaways here. Yeah, because I've taken up more of your guys' time than what I thought. You know, we're 45 minutes over. So as far as foreign is concerned, the only thing that I have other than a shitload of pens on the floor all of a sudden, I'm sure you guys heard that, is this is what I have. 1801 Peru. Um, this is four reales. Yeah, 4 reals, 4 reales pillar. So that is the only thing I have, all available for foreign. That's like that I could grab. Yeah, I just dumped a whole bunch of pens all over the floor. That was funny. Not really funny, and I gotta get down on my hands and knees and clean it up. I guess there are worse things that happens, I guess. Um, this one here, Linda, I don't know if you send a grading. You need to take this one out of here and send it PCGS. It's undergraded. Com- Comes back a 5, it'll be 12.50. I'm not charging that though. Um, if you want this one, uh, so there you go, 500. Because I won't be able to send this out until probably the holidays. So if you have time to do that, this is gonna be a good one. All right. So, Linda, you're still in the buyer's giveaway anyways, whether you buy that or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and burn through some of these. So the giveaways, we're only gonna do like a minute, minute and a half on them. AWOL, my man. I did not. You want me to? I'm gonna start it at 100. Okay, I figure that's a more than capable deal. It's probably like 150 ish, somewhere around there. But yeah, this one's pretty nice. It's problem free as well. AWOL went AWOL. Chris, there you go, sir. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. There's pens all over. I dropped this cup, and the cup tipped over. I bumped into it, and there was probably like 30 pens in it. Pens and markers and Sharpies and who knows what else. Chris, I do. I don't have anything that's easily accessible. I'm a big Canadian nut, so I have quite the collection. I even have type albums full of this stuff. Any rolls? Well, I do have, and I could probably only run one of these. I don't know what your thoughts are. If you're looking for 2026, I have a P&D roll right there of the new Enduring Liberty halves. And actually, I could put this into a plastic. I actually have an extra plastic tube of that one. Ghosts, I have them. They're not for sale. Well, I have one of the silver proof sets. I ordered 10 of the new uncirculated sets. I'm probably just going to give away one of them. If I had a full roll of those, I would probably retire early, Scooby. But I do have these. I could probably run as an auction if someone wants it, but I don't know. It's $20 face, so you get $10 in P, $10 in D. But these things have been all around the place, so I'm sure a lot of folks have quite a few of these half dollars up to this point. People are actually finding full rolls of them at the bank. So I am not terribly excited to sell them because yeah, I opened up a couple of the mid set bags, the P&D bags also. Yeah, I'm gonna be hitting up a few banks this weekend to see if I can get some new quarters, specifically Chase Bank. My Chase Bank gets new coin in all the time, so and I have a business account with them. All right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the draw. We're going to go the entirety of the full 5 minutes of the buyer's giveaway. Flower Girl, congratulations. There you go. I bought 3 of the silver proof sets. 2 of them came back with heavy spots on them. Sent those 2 back, and they're just going to refund me. So after I do this regular giveaway, I'm going to run the buyer's appreciation giveaway, but we have 2 other regular giveaways. So while we're waiting for like another 30 seconds, um, the buyer's giveaway, if you purchase into anything tonight, you're going to be receiving a brand new copy of this 6th edition volume 1 Cherry Picker's Guide. And this one covers cents and nickels. Speaking of the devil, this one is actually in that book. The 95 Double to Die Obverse FS 101 in 7 red is added into the buyer's giveaway. Pretty neat one here. I kind of threw this one in. It's a 2023 quarter ounce Britannia. So that's added into the buyer's giveaway. And then one of the coolest pieces I've had found 2009 Mexico Libertad toner. Original OG toning, not manufactured in the way that you think. 100% original. You guys know Libertads are quite hot right now. They're not cheap. Even with $58 silver, they're still selling for 90 to 100 bucks. There's something about Libertads that's really, really, really appealing to the market right now. Ghost. Let's see. All right. How about this? Now it's up to you to try and score this one. If you don't get it, I might have a couple other items. Let's see here. Oh, I do. Someone was asking about foreign, right? 1965, 20 centavos, defective planchet error, right next to the date. So it's either like a strike through or delamination, probably a delam. All right, we'll start this one at $1. So a good opportunity if I mean you might be spending a little bit more. I mean this one I put a value of about 40 bucks on, but it gets you lower again. Our total price package is right around 250 ish, maybe a little bit more. I think I undervalued it. All right, there you go. That one is alive. It's not sudden death either. So I wanted to at least put out like a meaningful coin to sell. Yeah, it's vintage. Low mileage is best reserved for 1990s Buick cars. All right, for big, lot number 64. All right, do you want me to go even cheaper yet? Now, buyer beware, this next coin has some sort of acid damage, but it's a beautiful AU details 1920 mercury dime. All right, so it looks like it was either in the ground a little bit or it's been dipped longer than it should. It does have some luster in there. So again, if you want to get into the buyer's givey, there you go. 1920 mercury dime, pitting on the obverse, but it does show luster. Okay, so let's not. I want to make sure I get all the fine print on this coin out to you guys. But as far as like the date's good. I mean, if you needed a place marker for a tougher date while you get a much nicer one, this one works. Oh, cool. Ghost. You got one. Awesome. All right, cool. So we don't have to run anything else. The objective has been achieved. Okay, so we're going to run the buyer's giveaway here in about 5 seconds. Bike mod. Okay. So we're going to run this buyer's giveaway. Whoever wins, everybody can take off, but we do have two other regular giveaways of the P&D half dollars. There you go. So get in if you bought in to today's stream. You can do it on mobile if you're there. It's the same place where the regular giveaways coming in. And I don't know specifically how many of you bought in tonight. I'm going to guess probably 30, 35. We're going to see about doing another show after the 4th of July. Again, I'm going to try my hardest, ladies and gentlemen, because we know how much of a kind of like a hot pursuit it is for the Declaration of Independence quarters. And then we'll do a stream revolving around that. Maybe we'll do like a little treasure hunt. Have you guys bid on rolls? I know it's not going to seem fair, but you know some of the rolls might go for too expensive. But we'll spitball it. If it becomes way too kind of like zany and expensive and unfair, then I'll stop the stream. I have 19 entries in. I know there's more of you out there. We're going the full duration of the 5 minutes on this one. You guys have been fantastic, by the way. I want to thank you guys for a nice, exciting evening. It was cool. Tonight was pretty cool. You guys are awesome, folks, per usual. Five of them. We are release number three. It's the mid year release, the Declaration of Independence, and then two more coming up. So we have another one coming out. I have to say either end of July or beginning of August, and then the last one will be in I think October, somewhere around there. We got 2 minutes remaining. There are 20 entries. Someone is going to have an easier time winning this thing with only 20 entries in the boat. $10,000. Okay, I want to issue you guys a warning. If you're at all serious about buying rolls on eBay, keep in mind when these things were released a few weeks ago, the Denver and Philadelphia Mints had their vending machines, right? They had their vending machines where you could go and put in bills and then buy up some of the new quarters that are out for that slot, and people were re-rolling them and selling them on eBay. So I thought I would let you guys know. And those particular ones are not going to have the chance of the new July 4th privies because they've released these on a secondary wave. So, FYI, if you are thinking about it, that might be a tough one. Our big winner, Band, very active dude in tonight's stream. Everybody was active. They are at the Mint, Ghost. They actually have them at the gift shops. Congrats, man. Yeah, you get this whole package. You know what's cool? You've probably ordered enough stuff that I could upgrade you to a medium flat rate box, and that would be perfect. I could add all this stuff in there. All right, so we got two regular giveaways, and that's gonna do it for the evening, guys. I will keep you guys posted on the next show. Again, we're going to kind of aim after 4th of July, just so we could get beyond the holiday. And then we'll see what we're going to do. If I can't get a hold of any of these Declaration of Independence quarters, maybe we'll do just a smaller show. Yeah, assume that anything that you see online for sale, Lawrence is right, has been searched through, and a lot of the listings that you've seen, there's actually a few of those guys that have the ability to get these coins wrapped in NF string paper. So be careful. Don't get ripped off because you're going to spend a lot of money on that. All right. So, real quick, we're just going to do 1 minute on these last couple giveaways. And then we're going to rate our friend Tempo. So, here is giveaway number 29 on the night. And then we have one more. Going to the fine doctor there. Doctor, I think you got one of the giveaways last second on the other stream too. Okay, so here's the last giveaway, and then we're gonna go visit Tempo. You guys have a great weekend. Be safe on 4th of July. Yeah, just go to all the banks. Hit up the bigger banks that do a lot more business banking for merchants. That's it. Be your best bet. All right, 18 more seconds, folks. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you for a great stream. It was really amazing to be able to share in some of the more unique stuff that we've acquired here in the last week. It's been a while. It has been a while. Ghost, I'm in California, but I am from that area. Southern Maryland. We used to go to Virginia and do all sorts of cool recreational stuff in the Blue Ridge Mountains and all across the eastern seaboard area. That was my originating place back in the day. I miss it. I miss it. I don't know if it misses me. All right, drawing winner for giveaway number 30. Hey, there you go, Ghost. Ghost, man, you got one. All right, and with that being said, I'm gonna make like David Blaine and I'm gonna disappear. Again, be safe, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And thank you guys again for a wonderful, wonderful evening. Sorry it ran too long. 2 cents. Have a good one. Tulsa Steve. Have a good one. Colsey. Too lazy to pranch. All right. Well, let's go ahead and rate our friend Tempo. You guys